This is News 8 Now at noon.
Good afternoon, and thank you for watching News 8 Now at noon. I'm Allison Fergit, filling in for Alexandra. 2 Elroy teens were hospitalized from a crash near Hillsborough over the weekend. In a release sent this morning, the Vernon County Sheriff's Office said that the crash happened on Lover's Lane when the 18-year-old driver lost control on a corner. Road conditions and speed appear to be factors in the crash. The passenger needed to be removed from the vehicle by the fire department. Both teens were taken to the hospital via ambulance and later released from the hospital. Neither were using their seatbelts. An Eau Claire man has been arrested for his suspected 6th OWI. State troopers arrested 41-year-old Joseph McCracken after troopers pulled him over for a defective headlight and claimed they smelled intoxicants when they approached the vehicle. Following field sobriety tests, McCracken was arrested for his 6th OWI offense. Fencing is officially up around the Pink Palace in La Crosse. La Crosse's Common Council voted to demolish the space back earlier this month. This space will make room for a new housing development called Haven on Main. In January, the JA committee approved the 74-unit building geared towards people with disabilities and local workers.
Hey, Allison, I'm getting that feeling again where I just want to go outside and make a snow angel. It's looking like that. Look behind me as we get up to Millston, still holding on to I-94 there, looking pretty decent in the form of the snow that we've been talking about all day long. Of course, you're going to see those roadways to be a little bit slick out there, as I've mentioned before. Onalaska was about a half an hour ago, a little bit on the snowier side here. It's backing off now, so the roadways have melting snow continuously, so please be careful. Temperatures are near to above freezing right about now, but as we get into it, Skycam Maine still has a little bit of light snow working through the forecast, and as we take it closer to Toma, this is what Onalaska looked like just about a half an hour ago. Still 32 degrees out there and still feeling like 32 degrees. The winds have still backed off and they'll slowly but surely start to pick up a little bit as we go down towards Prairie du Chien. Current visibility you can see down to at least a 0 visibility for some locations to our east. Getting right back into your forecast. When I come back, I'll have a better overview of how this all plays out, so please stick around.
Art, I'm with you on that snow angel. It felt like a snow globe when I was walking around earlier. It is absolutely beautiful outside if you like the snow. Well, this morning, the House Ethics Committee released its report into allegations against former Republican Congressman Matt Gaetz, but not before President-elect Donald Trump's first Attorney General tried to stop it. Christian Benavides reports from West Palm Beach, Florida.
Thank you all so much. Thank you for having my back.
A day after speaking to the conservative group Turning Point USA in Phoenix, former Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz filed a lawsuit against the House Ethics Committee in a bid to stop it from releasing its findings. But the committee has released a report in it determining there is substantial evidence Gaetz had sex with a minor, engaged in rampant illicit drug use, and violated multiple state laws while in office. The report lists payments totaling more than $90,000 to 12 different women between 2017 and 2020 and alleges the money was likely connected to sexual activity and drugs, including cocaine and ecstasy. The committee also obtained testimony that alleges Gaetz had sex twice with a 17-year-old girl. The victim told the committee she recalled receiving $400 in cash from Gaetz, which she understood to be payment for sex. Gaetz, who for a short time was President-elect Donald Trump's pick to be the next Attorney General, has denied any improper conduct and has said the claims were a smear invented by his political enemies.
Gaetz, who resigned from Congress in November and withdrew as Trump's AG pick, has said he plans to spend the coming years fighting for the incoming president.
President Trump will need warriors at every level of government, local, state, and federal.
The House Ethics Committee, which is split evenly between Republicans and Democrats, had been at an impasse over whether to release the report, but voted to do so earlier this month. Christian Benavides, CBS News, West Palm Beach, Florida.
2 Republican committee members voted for its release. That's according to 2 sources familiar with the vote. The suspect in the fatal shooting of United Healthcare CEO has pleaded not guilty to state murder and terror charges. Luigi Mangione faces 11 counts, including a count of first-degree murder. The state charges carry a maximum penalty of life in prison without the possibility of parole. Meanwhile, Mangione faces a federal murder charge. He could face the death penalty if found guilty of that. Mangione is accused of shooting United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson on a busy sidewalk in Midtown Manhattan on December 4th. With just about a month left in office, President Joe Biden is carrying out a promise he made on the campaign trail 4 years ago to end executions of federal prisoners. The president commuted the death penalties for most inmates on federal death row. Each of those inmates will now serve life in prison without the possibility of parole. Erica Brown has more details from the White House.
President Biden announced a reprieve for 37 of the 40 death row inmates in federal custody. Most of the inmates were sentenced for crimes related to the killing of fellow prisoners, prison guards, or drug-related crimes. In a statement released this morning, the president said he condemns these murderers and grieves for the victims of their despicable acts. He added he's more convinced than ever that we must stop the use of the death penalty at the federal level. President Biden has opposed the death penalty for years. He says today's announcement is consistent with his 2021 decision to put a moratorium on the death penalty.
The president felt it was so important that it was a part of his discussion with the Attorney General when he interviewed him and talked to him about the job.
President-elect Donald Trump has expressed no issues with the death penalty, carrying out 13 federal executions during the last 6 months of his first term, which were the first in nearly 2 decades. President Biden said, in good conscience, I cannot stand back and let a new administration resume executions that I halted. Biden did keep the death penalty in place for 3 inmates convicted of mass murders. Robert Bowers, sentenced for the mass shooting at the Tree of Life Synagogue in Pittsburgh. Dylan Roof, sentenced in 2017 for killing 9 at the Mother Emanuel Baptist Church in Charleston, South Carolina. And Dzhokhar Tsarnaev, convicted in 2015 for carrying out the Boston Marathon bombing that killed 3 and for shooting and killing an MIT police officer days later. Erica Brown, CBS News, the White House.
Biden's announcement comes shortly after he pardoned 39 individuals convicted of nonviolent crimes, and he commuted the sentences of nearly 1,500 others placed on home confinement during the COVID pandemic. Amtrak has announced some possible delays ahead of the holidays. We'll have more on which routes were affected and why coming up. And according to a recent study, there are big disparities in breast cancer screenings. We'll have more on who's affected coming up.
It's not very often a fella gets to offer the best products in the marketplace at a price lower than most others. When I look at this beautiful showroom, when I consider the quality of our products and the team of 80 exceptional professionals, we should be higher priced, but we're not. If you have any doubts for your next home improvement project, you should contact the Board Store today. It's not all the sales and discounts, it's the bottom line that counts, and you'll get no better bottom line than at the Board Store Home Improvements.
You come alive in the dead of winter and start work early on snow days, because snowed in is not an option. The Kubota Snow lineup of compact tractors, RTVs, and versatile attachments are built to move, plow, blow, and thrive in the winter. So when the snow falls, you could rise to meet it.
Right now, receive 0% APR for 60 months and up to $2,300 off BX Series tractor packages. Visit any of your local Johnson Tractor dealerships in Menominee, Baldwin, Osseo, and Arcadia.
Hey, Dominic here to tell you about our great Wisconsin-made gifts for every occasion. T-shirts for birthdays, cookbooks for showers, aprons for Mother's Day, hats for Father's Day, gift boxes for weddings and thank you gifts, and for Christmas or any other celebration. We have mini cinnamon bears. They even smell like pleasing. Get your gifts at our outlet store on Ward Avenue, La Crosse.
Freezing rain, sleet, and snow. Roads may have dangerous driving conditions. Stay safe with these tips. Stay home when you don't have to go out on the road. Make sure your car has enough gas. Keep an emergency kit in your trunk. Keep distance and drive at a safe speed. Give full attention to the road. Stay free of distractions. Keep your lights on even during the daytime. If everyone does their part, we'll all make it home safely.
Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin invites you to experience the thrill of gaming like never before. With 6 locations across the state, there's something for everyone. Whether you're a slots enthusiast, a poker pro, or prefer the excitement of table games, we've got you covered. Plus, indulge in delicious dining options, live entertainment, and exclusive promotions that add even more excitement to your visit. Come join the fun at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin.
Just days before the holidays, Amtrak is warning of possible travel delays along its busy northeast corridor. Service was temporarily suspended yesterday between Philadelphia and New York due to downed power lines that block tracks. Crews have restored access to some tracks, though trains are operating at reduced speeds in some areas. Amtrak says it will waive fees for customers who choose to change their reservations. Christmas Eve could bring the chance for one or more lucky people to get close to $1 billion. That's because the Mega Millions jackpot shot up to $944 million after no tickets matched all 6 winning numbers for the top prize. The cash option for tomorrow night's drawing is more than $429 million. I think that would make for a pretty nice Christmas gift. I'd be pretty happy about that. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 swung past Disney's Mufasa the Lion King to top the domestic weekend box office. The Sonic sequel brought in an estimated $62 million, while the Lion King live-action prequel took in $35 million. Wicked is still defying gravity, earning more than $13 million this past weekend. Moana 2 also brought in just over $13 million. Coming up, laws banning the sale of tobacco to people under 21 are saving lives. We'll have more on how the laws are effective at reducing smoking and saving lives coming up. But first, a live look at what's happening on Wall Street. We'll be right back.
At By Goffin Rohde, we know reputation is important, and it can affect your case's outcome. If you want your case to be taken seriously, you need lawyers who are taken seriously. By Goffin Rohde, serious injuries need serious lawyers.
Let River City Grill be your new lunch destination. Whether it's corporate lunches, parties, or events, we have the space and food for all of your gathering needs, big or small. We offer an all-you-can-eat lunch buffet from 11 a.m. till 2 p.m. with unlimited soup, salad, pizza, wings, and so much more. There's something for everybody. Stop by the bar and pair your delicious lunch with one of our many beers available on draft. River City Grill, Winona, Minnesota.
The lawyer you choose makes a difference because you get this one chance to get this right, and you want somebody that's going to fight for you and get you the resolution that you need. I'm so glad that I called BGR.
From memories of the past to memories yet to come. Happy holidays and the best to you this season. From all of us at News 8 Now.
Our brain age is linked to our vascular health. A study out of Sweden found people who had inflammation or high glucose levels also had brains that appeared older than normal. But people who led a healthier lifestyle, including doing regular exercise, had younger looking brains that functioned better than average. Laws banning the sale of tobacco to people under 21 are effective at reducing smoking and saving lives. A study found more than 500,000 lives could be saved with such provisions in place. However, they found that enforcement of smoking restrictions vary greatly from state to state, and states with the toughest smoking laws saw the biggest health benefit. There are big disparities in breast cancer screenings. A study shows that rural residents, women from low-income homes, and American Indians have far lower rates of getting regular mammograms. Federal guidelines recommend all women ages 40 and up get mammograms every 2 years. And we're going to send it to break, but first, a look at CityCam 8. Art is in next with your full forecast.
Get Good Feet with a personalized arch support system from the Good Feet store. Clinically proven to provide significant pain relief in only 4 weeks. Good feet, good hugs. Good feet, good days. Good feet, good life. The Good Feet store. Book your free fitting at goodfeet.com.
Are record high energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today.
We're an implant-focused practice. I think the advantage of a father-daughter practice is, I've been at this for 30 years now. I learned things that worked well and things that didn't work so well.
And it was fun to be able to just jump in and kind of complement that. I feel like it made both of us stronger. You don't expect it when you walk into a dental office. You don't expect the family aspect, but when you walk into our doors, we're going to give you that.
If you think you have a full mouth of challenges, come see us. Come down for a free consultation.
Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate. Happy holidays from Bignevsky Heating and Air Conditioning, your local trained dealer.
All right, good afternoon to you. For La Crosse, as we get into it, we're holding on to some light snow that's moving through the area. Now, we knew this was going to happen as we got into the afternoon hours from noon all the way to about 3 o'clock today. This renewal of all of this band of moisture starting to pick up again. Now, we lost a lot of rainfall, but the snow continues to peak as we get into it. Some of that rain moved all the way up into portions of Minnesota and all the way up to Eau Claire. So that's where we got some of this to finish out with. And speaking of Eau Claire, we'll get into it with cloudy skies, holding on to more of that light snow continuing to change once we get into the 4 o'clock hour. La Crosse will do the same thing, and then we'll carry over into the evening hours, holding on to slick spots going into your early portion of your drive time. Then we begin to dry you out as we get after the 4 o'clock hour, moving into the 5 and 6 o'clock, where drier conditions continue to maintain all the way through the 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, of course, getting into the overnight hours with the potential for fog to roll right back in. But until 3 p.m., the slick roadways are what we're dealing with. That'll also go because of freezing drizzle, little freezing rainfall, and of course 30% chance of light snow that continues to track west to east through the area. Now, the special statement is gone now, but we're also seeing that was the threat for most of that roadway hazardous conditions going on. But all the way now, as you can see, from Black River Falls extending south towards La Crosse, and of course down just before Richland, we're picking up still the winter weather advisory. So that snow continues to press through the area. That's the area of low pressure that is tracking all of this with us, and it's continued to track across the state as we go right into the 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock hour. There's the low, as I've mentioned before. It has a couple of cold fronts associated with this. One extends all the way up to Winnipeg. The other extends all the way up into portions of Denver, as well as getting into South Dakota and, of course, Nebraska. We're going to see this continue to drive a little bit more so to the east, getting towards Pennsylvania. High pressure is kind of slowing it up, as you can see, and eventually, as that high pressure tracks down a little bit more to the southwest there, and it continues to allow this low to continue to track towards the northeast. That being said, take a look now. The winds have been light working through the area for most of the day, but as we go right through Preston, extending all the way down to Prairie du Chien, we're going to see them get to at least up to 17 miles per hour. Now, they're not considered breezy because they haven't clicked over to 18 miles per hour plus, but eventually you're going to see those winds holding on to about 17 down to the south, but not so much for the evening commute as we go into the central portion as well as the northern portion of your forecast. Speaking of that, we also have the snow continue to track out of the way into the 1 o'clock hour. You see it by Winona, Black River Falls, Sparta, and of course La Crosse. It's out of Eau Claire, but we continue to see this continue to move eastward. By the time we get in the 4 o'clock hour, it's pretty much out of our range here. Volkfield has most of the snow, maybe Viroqua with a tad bit to the east, but it gets out of the way as we go to the 6 o'clock hour, and then we are done with more of that fog, low cloud activity possibly to move in the picture. So you can see areas picking up the snow all the way from La Crosse and it's extending all the way down to the south. south zone. We'll take it back up to the central zone. As you can see some numbers popping into your forecast as you see La Crosse, 37 degrees expected, well above seasonal averages for the day for most locations as well. We'll take it up to the north, Ladysmith above seasonal average, as well as Eau Claire looking at 34 degrees. All right, so we get into your highs today from 34 to about 39 degrees, possibly near 40. Cloudy skies opening up to a little bit of partly cloudy skies and getting into a little bit more of that cloud cover coming in as we finish out the afternoon, but then clearing out for the day going into your evening. Cold and, of course, dry conditions for mostly cloudy skies. That means we're going to see some of that cloud cover move out of the way. Temperatures as we go right into the highs for tomorrow, 30 to about 35 degrees, so we're going to be a little bit cooler. And of course, we see today 37 today, 37, 35 for tomorrow as you get into Christmas Eve. There's Santa waving at you. Hello, what's up, Santa? Then we get into Christmas. You're looking at 37 degrees again, similar to today, with rainfall and snow possibly coming over Wednesday night, going into Thursday with a 20% chance. Be safe.
All right, thank you, Art. And a furry first responder is receiving some national recognition. We'll have more on Cora, the winner of the First Responders Pause Therapy Award, coming up next.
Sit up, lean back, recline, and sleep. Get more Z's on a Z-Cliner by FlexSteel at Home Furniture. The Z-Cliner features pressure point relief zones, luxurious performance fabric with power recline and lift features. Relax by day, get your Z's by night. The Z-Cliner at Home Furniture.
You'll find the Ram you're looking for at Pischke Motors in West Salem or Pischke Motors in La Crosse.
It's the Wrap Up the Year sales event. Stop into Pischke Motors now to save over $10,000 off MSRP on a 2025 Ram 1500 Bighorn. Come see the all-new and redesigned Bighorn with unparalleled durability, towing, hauling. Ram has you covered. Hurry in. This offer ends December 31st.
Start your search at Pischke.com and then drive away in your new Ram.
At Jolivet Family Farms, it's the most wonderful time of the year. Fraser for Christmas trees, wreaths, garlands, bows, fruit and gift baskets, gift cards. Buy fresh, buy local. Concord grapes, cheeses, organic eggs, honey, jams, syrup, pancake mixes, meats, pizzas, specialty chocolates, Wisconsin beer and wines, salsas. Dazzling crafts and decor items. Take home some pies, cookies, bars, and breads from our homemade bakery. Open daily year-round. Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
No matter where I seat my guests, they seem to like the kitchen best. A kitchen's the heart of the home. It should be warm and welcoming. It should be attractive and functional. But it can be a real challenge unless you come here where you can meet with a designer, find all of the products that you need, and trust the project to our carpenters, plumbers, and electricians. For kitchens, bathrooms, and other home improvements, put your trust in the Board Store Home Improvements. Contact us today.
Right now at Homeworld Rugs, get 10% off Area Rug sale prices. Choose from many different shapes, sizes, and patterns with Area Rug experts in every showroom to help you find the perfect rug. 10% off Area Rugs going on now at Homeworld Rugs.
Happy holidays from Bignevsky Heating and Air Conditioning, your local Trane dealer.
Expect more from News 8 Now. Thanks for watching.
A therapy dog is getting national recognition for her hard work. Cora, a therapy dog for a North Carolina Police Department, is the winner of the First Responders Pause Therapy Award. She played an important role in assisting officers during Hurricane Helene. She would do compression therapy by laying on people in need. The Asheville Police Department is hopeful that Cora winning this award will inspire other agencies across the U.S. to start investing in therapy dogs. Well, we love to see positive stories like that. And Artisan is back in next with a final check on your forecast.
Chart your career with a fabricator position at Chart Industries. Starting wage up to $30 per hour with no experience necessary. Excellent pay and awesome benefits. Apply now at jobs.chartindustries.com.
It's time to finish your holiday shopping for less at Blaine's Farm and Fleet, with great last-minute gifts at even better prices for all the originals on your list. Like 10 packs of Grabber hand warmers, just $4.99. For the home chefs, a Presto Pizzazz is $41.99. Assorted Carhartt knit hats start at $19.99. Plus, Blaine's Farm and Fleet gift cards make the perfect stocking stuffers. Wrap up your holiday shopping for less with great last-minute gifts. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
If you're watching this Gerber Life Guaranteed Life Insurance commercial, there's a good chance that you're alive.
And if you're not, well, this may not be of interest to you. Now, I know what you're thinking. Life insurance? I'm going to live forever. Death is what happens to other people. Well, for the sake of argument, let's assume you're wrong and that someday you won't be watching TV anymore. I know it's not easy to talk about, so I'll do the talking. If you're 50 plus and alive, you can apply for Gerber Life Guaranteed Life Insurance with guaranteed acceptance, regardless of your health. And since this life insurance is guaranteed, you don't have to get a medical exam. In fact, you don't even have to fill out a health questionnaire. For a free quote, just call 800-387-6870. Then when you stop, if you stop watching TV, your family can use the insurance money to help cover your final expenses or anything else. For a free quote, call today, 800-387-6870. Your kids already inherited your ears, allergies, and questionable singing voice. Don't make them inherit your final expense tab too.
Chart your career with a fabricator position at Chart Industries. Starting wage up to $30 per hour with no experience necessary. Excellent pay and awesome benefits. Apply now at jobs.chartindustries.com.
Happy holidays from News 8 Now.
Expect light snow for La Crosse as we go into the 3 o'clock hour. Then clouds return. As I've mentioned, temperatures in the 35-degree range with fog and low cloud activity, and those will continue tracking eastward across the area. Temperatures today 37 to 35 as we go into tomorrow, with temperatures above seasonal average for the remainder of the week and into next week.
Those upper 30s in Florida have me a little bit worried that all the snow that we're getting is going to melt before Christmas. I really want a white Christmas. It makes it it sets the perfect scene.
I agree.
For Wisconsin. Will this be your first white Christmas?
Well, technically speaking, yes. I was messing around with a friend of mine in Colorado. She's like, "You're getting a white Christmas," and I'm not.
Oh, really? Yeah. Well, I'm really hopeful for it. Fingers crossed, everyone. Well, that does it for us at noon. We will see you right back here at 5. Have a great rest of your day.